Maybe you could touch just quickly on what are the myths about uncertainty and how do you work through that uncertainty?
Yeah, so two big myths. One is that we can ever achieve certainty. I think, especially with the pandemic, uncertainty has probably been higher than maybe in the past couple of decades, but you will never be able to perfectly predict the future. And so it's often easy to dream of a time when you felt more confident in what was going to happen. But there's many examples we give in the book. I have a friend who was extremely healthy, like worked out more than any of us, and then, out of the blue was diagnosed with a really horrible form of cancer. And so it's just, there's many examples like this in life, but you will never be able to know exactly what's going to happen. So that just sort of enforces this idea of becoming a little more comfortable in the face of uncertainty. The second is, which I touched on earlier in this conversation, that your level of anxiety is an accurate reflection of how much risk you're facing. Humans hate uncertainty. There's research that shows that we would rather get a painful shock with absolute certainty than have a 50% chance of getting the painful shock, because we just don't like to not know. It's easier to know this bad thing is going to happen and I can mentally prepare for it than to not quite know if it's going to happen. And so that means that when things are up in the air, we just have a lot of emotions around that. And it's easy to lean into that and be like, oh, a catastrophe is going to happen. I feel bad, therefore bad thing is going to happen. That's not true. So it's useful to step away from that. And then some of the tips we give in the book are translating those nebulous anxieties into specific fears. So instead of just having this pit in your stomach and leaning into it and working yourself up into a frenzy, stepping back and saying, what am I actually afraid of? What is something specific that is causing me concern? And again, that allows you to better map out, here's what I might do in that situation, or sometimes even understand that's actually not that bad of a scenario. So A, it's reduced the emotional response to it. And B, you feel a little more prepared, which can again help you feel better just knowing, even if this does happen, I have some kind of plan in place.